Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We like pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We're yapping about pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into episode 8 of Pixel Yaps with me, Cesire, and my co-host.
Luna!
We have, as always, so much to talk about and not enough time. So, where do we want to start today?
You know what?
Oh,
I
God.
vote we start with what's the word?
I'm gonna let you get there.
Slop. Slop something. With the
Friendslop?
slop. Friend slop.
How did you forget? You've been chomping at the bit
I
to talk about
don't
this for
know.
like a
I
month.
don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain. Listen,
Do you know how you
for you,
forgot?
it might be like 11 a.m. For me, it's 8:30 p.m. And I've been child rearing the entire day with a very cranky 2-year-old.
These are all just excuses.
Excuses. Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Uh,
But yeah, actually no, I think we should talk about Paleo first. The silence speaks volumes right now.
um,
I vote we talk about Palea first because Palea sneaked up on us with an exciting announcement. And and we didn't talk about last podcast because as of last podcast, we didn't know that this was happening yet. But now it has happened, and therefore we have to talk about it because Sess and I play, a little bit of Palea here and there
just a little bit.
on a daily basis.
Just a
Um,
little bit.
so yeah, Palea came out, snuck around the corner with a brand new major patch, I would say. This was like a really, really big patch.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
they gave us ranching and home lines. Would you
And
like to
a
describe what
system
that
that
is?
isn't working yet, but the Taylor tickets, um, which is adding in a die system, like it was huge. It was
Mhm,
huge.
mhm, mhm.
And another friend line. Like I I don't know. I was shocked with how much they put in. First of all, I thought it was going to take forever to get ranching.
Yeah.
I fully expected after they announced it to be waiting way longer. Um so that was one thing that definitely threw me. Wait, why isn't this showing? Anyway,
Difficulties.
but yeah, so then to put ranching in, which is their first new skill line,
Mhm.
and then to also put in a new home line, which is like an overhaul to the existing home system, was just like, what? Why
Yeah,
was
they
this
really
all in
went
one
ham.
patch?
They really went ham. So my streams are usually about 3 to 4 hours long because of everything else. It just don't have more than that, right? And my goal was to cover all the new things within that time span. And I think I did a decent job. Like I touched home lines, I touched ranching, I touched a new plushie, I touched some of the I did the whole bulletin board in one go. Um yeah, I did a bunch of things. Didn't do the new friend line because I honestly forgot about it, not gonna lie. There was just so much. There was so much, and it's like on top of giving us the new friend line, the ranching, the die system, which it does kind of work. There are some dice that are already unlocked, that you can use. It's kind of weird to use. Kind of it feels, yeah, it feels a little bit unpolished still, but yeah, they also gave us new plushies and new potato pods, which everybody's going crazy about.
Yeah, the shinies.
The shiny potato pods. And we now have a dusk wing. plushie as well,
Allegedly.
which allegedly, yes, thank you. I have
Just
not
kidding.
caught one yet.
uh,
So yeah, but I'm guessing you've played around quite a bit with ranching and everything by now, right? Last I saw you unlocked um oh my god,
trufflets.
names. Trufflet, yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I wanted to show them off, but now it's working. Okay, well, whatever. It wasn't working.
Technical
This is
difficulties.
live.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I have played around with it a bit, not like a ton, because it's so the interesting thing with this system. God, why is this so messed up? Anyway, the interesting thing with this system is
Oh my god, that's so cute.
yeah, it's like it's a whole new skill line. So like it's kind of a huge deal for the longer time Palea players because we've been working with the same skills, since the beginning.
Yeah.
And so it's the first time that they've added a whole new skill line and they really, in my opinion, went all out on it. Like
Yeah, they did.
it's not just ranching as in like you get cute animals, like it's a whole breeding system and like
Mhm.
happiness system and like there's
Breeding
trait
has been
lines.
yeah, breeding has been so much fun, honestly. Like, mix and matching the different colored peckies that you get and seeing, what else you get. I managed to get, like, iridescent, uh a harlequin one, which
Oh,
looks really cool
cute.
because it's, like, black and red, but then it has, like, the purple from the iridescentness, and it's just really, really, really pretty. What I have noticed looking at your video right now, your VOD, is that you've really lucked out in like the traits. Like you got the well-loved trait, the proud, precocious. What do those do? Do you have any idea
Well,
yet?
I got really lucky with at least like the proud trait and zigzags. It was on one of my basic ones. And
Nice.
precocious,
Yeah, my basic ones are well basic.
yeah, I think he learns faster or something, or he does
Okay.
things faster. And then I got this little thunder one, which is really, really cute. But it's kind
Oh,
of it's a little bit random, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like, because
Yes.
you can just like you can breed the same peckies together and get a completely different result, which I like.
Mhm.
Um, the interesting thing about it is how I guess maybe non-invasive it is to your gameplay loop.
Mhm.
And what I mean by that is like the timers are in real time, so like when you pet one, you don't need to pet it again for like 17 hours or something.
Yeah.
Which is both, which is great in the long term, right? Because it keeps things moving at a nice pace and it doesn't,
Mhm.
it's not overwhelming. But obviously, when we're right here just starting, it's like, oh my God, please, I want more. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I started and I was like, "Okay, now what?" Like, pretty quickly because, like, at level 1, obviously, like, level 1 rancher, you don't get to do that much yet, right?
Right.
And so the only thing that's really to do is buy more peckies, and that's what I did.
Which is a path.
I I got all the peckies
Oh
I
boy.
could, which was 10, and I did this before I finished the intro quest for ranching,
This seems
which,
about right.
by the way, the intro quest for ranching will have you breed at least 1 Pecky,
Yeah.
so don't do what I did. Make sure that you have 1 spot at least open for the intro quest for breeding, or, maybe do the quest first, and then start purchasing more Peckies. I don't know.
Luna
You do
advocating
you.
for tutorials? Who are you?
Um,
Uh,
no, but it's not a long tutorial. It's not gonna be like a
no.
do this. And if you ever, feel like you're struggling to remember how something functions, there's these little books, right
Hmm.
next to the entrance that you can read up on things. So, yeah.
Yeah, and there are chests by each pen, which is really nice.
Mhm, mhm.
Because the biscuits are many. I think I think
Oh my
we're gonna
god.
need a treat bag.
I agree. We're gonna need a treat bag for sure.
Because at
This
first
is
I was
gonna eat
like,
up so much of our inventory
yeah, like at first I was like,
and
oh, you can just
storage.
put it in your storage and it's fine. But even then, it's like, well, it's filling up your storage. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna. I imagine they'll give us a treat bag like the quest bag.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't
And
know when though.
also, at the very least, I do feel like they need to. They would have needed to add a category for it. Is my biggest
Yeah, that was what I
thing
said
right now
too. But like
because
the big problem is they are taking up space and there are a lot of
yeah,
them. And
yeah,
you can't just like feed them over and over to your
no,
pets, you know. So but it's a work in progress, you know. The
yeah,
game is still beta, but
it is still beta, and they did
yeah.
say that this is they wanted to give us something because they were excited about this. And what I've really noticed about Singularity 6 is that they like progressing and growing their game alongside the community. So what I mean in that is they really love to get community's feedback and what they think of the certain new thing that they just added, and if we think there is some way that they can improve it. Like we said, like there needs to be some kind of treat back because this is just
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah.
Um, but there's that, and then the other thing that they released, going into the thing of where they're really asking for feedback, is home lines. I haven't done a ton of this on stream. I did play around with it some more off stream, but home lines basically, if you guys have loved like Tamala's witchy alchemist cottage vibe from the get-go, um, Homelines comes in that style. It's a brand new style of housing in Palia where instead of like having the whole house, like the whole harvest house, and then having limited abilities to like add windows or rooms and stuff like that, you can add a house however you want. You can have 5 standalone houses or you can add them together however you want. It's like it's so free. You get so much freedom with this and you can make multiple stories with this one. So right now there's basically 3 base houses that you can get. There's the alchemist base room, which will just be a bare bones house. You can use this as a separate standalone house if you want. And then you can also get um don't remember what they're quite called right now, but Alchemist House A and Alchemist House B. Both of those will have some outside trims. Alchemist Cottage, that's what it's called. Cottage A and Cottage B. Um, both of those will have some outside trims. The trims will be different. And currently, I believe you can only get those trims through Cottage A and B. So if you
That's how
want
I
those like roof
understand it.
yeah, so if you want those roof extensions or those pillars that you can add onto your house or the windows and so forth, you need to get the cottages for those.
Which I
Um,
don't think is going to be I don't think that's always going to be the case. I think that's
no,
just
they're
how they
definitely
got
gonna
it
add
to us
more.
now.
Yeah. They did say this is very early, and if there's anything that we want changing or that we think is really, really missing from this system, we should
Being
give them the feedback.
being able to see through the windows.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, that was a huge
Being able
one.
to see through the windows would be amazing. At the
Yeah.
very least, let the light shine through the windows,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like I
you
can't
know?
this like I do appreciate that they did the window system at all. But I'd like
Yeah.
to be able to see through them. And I honestly think that that's also temporary.
Yeah. Mhm. But yeah, this is just the first style. They have said that they do wanna add more styles as they go forward. Um, but yeah, it's been really nice. You can make attics now, like actual
Mhm.
legitimate attics attics without having to glitch build.
Yeah.
There's stairs that you can add in your build now without having to glitch build. It's really, really neat. I really
Yeah, they
like
work
it.
really cool too.
Yeah.
And for at the moment, you can only do one story plus an attic, so I guess technically three
Yeah.
stories. But I imagine they'll try to relax that if they can in the future. And
Maybe,
presumably,
yeah,
you'll be
probably.
able to attach different house lines to each other as they come out, which could make for some interesting results.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I think it's a better it's a good direction for the housing because while the original set is kind of unique, um, it was hard for them to work with, they said. So
Yeah, and, like, I remember getting the big, what's it called? You know, the square one? The courtyard. The courtyard. I remember getting the courtyard, and I wanted that to be the kind of entrance to my house,
yeah, and you couldn't do that.
and you can't do that. No,
Yeah.
you need to attach it to a harvest house or something. So yeah, this gives a lot more liberty in the case of what you can do. And the other cool thing is here, you can also completely remove walls on any side. So if you just
Mhm.
want to make like one ginormous square, you essentially could.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's pretty intuitive. Uses the same system that the other house uses to like change the window types.
Hmm.
And for those that don't know, you can press F while you have a building highlighted because trying to click the button is a bit of a pain. Well, it moves.
um, yep.
uh, yeah.
So yeah.
And then there's also the friendship line with the gardener, which I think is
Mhm.
pretty cool because he's a fun character, very interesting, and it always felt like that's what they wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, I
Because
was
I
hoping to bring him back because like
yeah.
I enjoyed the quest with the gardener. Yeah.
Well, and I remember when we got the item from, his temple, there
Hmm.
had been like a throwaway line or something at some point where it was just like, yeah, and I can use that to visit basically.
Yep.
Yeah, like I remember that. And so I was just like, oh, okay. So when they changed the the item and I was just like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like they changed this. That was kind of was me wondering if we were gonna do something with the gardener. So it was pretty cool to be right.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember that line. Like I didn't do it that long ago, and I remember that line. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
huh,
Yeah, because it was
okay.
interesting. Because I was like, but he can't talk through it. Like this thing just
Yeah.
gives me a seed.
So it's nice that you're doing that, picking
Mm-hmm.
that back up. But yeah, it's been a really good update. And there's a new Taylor Tickets die system. Taylor Tickets are supposed to be obtained through dailies. The dailies thing isn't quite working yet.
Nah, they had to disable it.
Um, yeah. But the right now there are already some dies that you technically have unlocked. I can't remember on the top of my head to get how to get to it, but it's like through the wardrobe you can change your hair in a different color that isn't one of the base ones that's available.
Oh, okay.
Um, and same with like your makeup and stuff that you have on. Um, not on the clothes yet. You can't do the clothes yet, but like hair and makeup you can do at the moment.
Well, all right
As
then.
well as
So yeah,
yeah,
that's the most recent Palia update.
like the
Huge
60.
and
Oh,
surprisingly fairly stable.
yeah, yeah. It's been a good update. The
Yeah.
bulletin board also there is a new bulletin board season that's obviously all about farming, like turning a bunch of eggs and whatnot. So yeah, yeah, that's it. I think that's all. And if you do the bulletin board, you get like hay bales and stuff as furnishings and uh burlap sacks of apples and onions and stuff. That costs a ton of apples to make
Oh
it though.
no.
Holy
That's how I'm
moly.
making my money back because the alchemist cottages costed me everything.
Yeah, they cost like 45K a pop.
Yeah, I'm broke now. Well, not fully broke,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty broke.
Yeah, same.
I'm sub 100K.
Oh my goodness.
I've been sitting at like
Oh my
500K
goodness.
for a while. These past couple updates have wiped me out.
I got lucky because as a paleo partner, they gave us a bunch of stuff so that we could explore the system fully with our communities and maybe make some videos of it and stuff. So yeah. Otherwise, I would be broke. But yeah, that's the new update with Pele. Remember, Pele is a completely free game and is currently beta, but if you are itching to have like a cozy game where you can progress story and everything yourself at your own pace, have your own plot, um, be as creative as you would like to be, you can pick it up completely for free. And you can also play with your friends whenever you want because it is technically an MMO.
Yeah, it's like a mini MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like an MMO, but it's an MMO.
I am by the strictest definition.
Yep.
All right.
All right. What would you like to talk about next on our array
Well,
of things?
we can continue with what we've been, I guess, playing recently.
Palea.
A lot of Paleo.
I didn't even play Guild Wars 2 last week. I was so wrapped up in all the Palea stuff and trying to get a head start and everything. That I didn't even play any Guild Wars 2 last week. It makes me a little bit sad, not gonna lie. So yeah, if you've asked me what I've been playing, legit Palea. Like I've either been playing Palea or I've been playing a little bit of GTA 5 off stream with the hubby. That's it. That's all I've done.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
But you haven't. You've done a ton more, so take it away.
well, yeah. I mean, actually, it's kind of been a week of finishing up things I had already started. But I did get to start Starbirds, which I mentioned last podcast because it was an upcoming release, and that was really fun.
Yay.
It's just like a super chill. You basically just build stuff on asteroids to mine materials so you can continue your mission, and like it's got like a cute little story. The early access has, I think, like 9 or something chapters to it.
Okay.
And then like each of the sections have challenge modes that you can do that generally means you'll probably end up going back to that one and doing it later because it's like kind of like collecting all of the materials versus just what you need for the mission. But it was just really cute. Like the little bird characters have a fun little dialogue between each other, and the story is actually quite interesting too.
Okay.
We jumped like an undisclosed, I know how much, but I'm gonna keep it a mystery for the folks listening. An undisclosed amount of time into the future, because we were space traveling. So
Right.
yeah, it's pretty neat. I really
This looks so
I was
cute.
surprised how much I vibed with it considering what it is, which is, like kind of like a little factory builder or an automation game or whatever, what have you. But I liked it a lot. We're playing some more this week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really good. But
It looks really cute. I like the art style. It's almost, I don't know. I don't know how to
it's
describe, but I really like it.
yeah, it's just very cartoony and well, so it's from a YouTube like series basically called like Curzix or something.
Okay.
It's something I don't know how to pronounce. So it's actually from this YouTube program, and they made a game. So it's kind of cool. I have to, now that I've played the game, I'm gonna have to watch it to see what it's about, and then I'll report back to you.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because I have no idea. I just know these little bird characters are part of it, which delights me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious.
But outside of that, I did do a little bit more of that Expelled game I think I might have told you guys about during the Tiny Teams podcast. But I think it's worth mentioning again because it's a very interesting, it's almost like a choose your own adventure book.
Okay.
As a game. And you, the narrator, you are unreliable. Like, because each time it resets, it's basically, like you're telling the story to your dad. And so at one point, like I got further into the story and I was like, this is what happened. And he goes, no, it wasn't because I was there. And it was like this egregious, like, over dramatization of what had actually happened, but me and chat were like sitting there on the edge of our seats just furious at this headmaster woman. It's an interesting game because basically, like, like I said, there's kind of the time loop, so you're kind of retelling the story each time you get through it, especially if you didn't make it past getting expelled, basically. Like, you're trying not to get expelled and you're trying to solve the mystery of what the heck is going on before you get expelled.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really cool.
Does it get more dramatic every time you retell the story,
I think
or
it depends on what you do. So like the
okay.
time that it got more dramatic for me is the first time I had pushed past getting expelled almost immediately. And so like I had a lot more time to go around and talk to NPCs and kind of like dig my own grave a little bit and try and like, figure out like what information I need to use and what isn't
Mhm.
useful, and it's really interesting. And it also has this meter, like kind of like your goodness meter over time.
Okay.
And so like my character started out as like a little angel, but
Mhm.
because of the different decisions that I've made or responses, she's pretty mischievous now.
Wow, says corrupting people even in video
Well, it
games.
opens up more responses and stuff. It's really neat. It's a weird game, but very
It sounds
delightful.
like a ton of fun.
Yeah. But that's, outside of my normal games, I mean, we've been doing some No Man's Sky, and we talked about that last week or last podcast.
Mhm.
Very good update. Um,
You were
but
playing I missed those completely.
oh, I played it on Friday. I'm playing it again on
Okay,
Friday. But
fair.
it's hard to fit it all in anymore. We've started doing half streams.
Half streams?
Yeah, so like 3 hours of one game, 3 hours of another.
Oh, okay, split streams
Yeah,
is the term,
whatever.
Misty.
Whatever.
Half streams, I'm like, what did she mean half streams?
Yeah, yeah,
She doesn't
half.
have time and then she cuts her stream short? What?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It makes sense.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna talk about a little bit. I've just been obviously playing GTA 5. I'm so surprised, pleasantly surprised at like how much they updated GTA 5 online.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I've been playing. Like I remember I picked up GTA when it came out, GTA 5. And
Mm-hmm.
I played it like through, like story
Right.
done within like 3 nights, something like that. Like I no life that thing.
As one does.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
as one does, yes, and I remember trying online back then, and it was really janky. It was really janky, it was really bad. There was a ton of griefing, and now it's like and basically back then it was like unless you it almost forced you to spend real life money on it, to get anywhere because anything else would get you such a small insignificant amount that you really couldn't like move forward really. So I think that's why a lot of players resolved to just griefing each other because like there was nothing else to do. um but cut to now, they've improved it a ton and it's a lot of fun. And even when I am on public servers, which I'm not a lot, the husband and I usually just make our separate little private crew server, which you can do now. You don't need like a separate extension or something to make that. You can just start your own crew server, and then invite your crew or your friends onto that server.
Okay.
Um, but they've added jobs, like you can do pizza delivery, which gives like 20K for like 15 minutes of just driving around delivering pizza. It's kind of insane. And the other really cool thing is if you start a GTA 5 online session right now for the first time, it's called GTA 5 Enhanced now. And if you start that, you get like 4 million off the bat to get you started with stuff.
Oh, nice.
And there are specific ways that like specific jobs and stuff that you can choose, which are more solo player friendly if you're planning to just kind of have fun on it in your own. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I do have to admit, while I just said that, wasn't a big fan of being forced to spend money on it, I feel like you don't have to spend money on it now. But I will say there is like a monthly sub you can do now. It's like $8. And you get a lot of really good stuff for it. Like, it's if you're enjoying GTA 5, it's worth it. it's worth it doing the $8. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. We've just been doing various different heists. He has like a bunker and a nightclub. I have an auto shop. And it's been cool. I basically with the auto shop, I basically just get to tune cars and then deliver them. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. But that's been mostly off stream. I don't see myself. I don't know. I don't see myself doing GTA 5 on stream. It's just not a very stream game for me. I like my cozy games.
That's fair though.
Yeah.
Um,
I think as a streamer, it's important to have some games that you just keep for yourself,
yeah, yeah. Well,
you
there's
know?
just no way you can play all games on
No.
stream. There's just not enough time.
It's not enough time, absolutely not, and you need to decompress sometimes, you just I don't know if that's just a me thing, but so I had a very hectic morning, and I felt very overstimulated, and I was like, "I just need to sit here in silence for a little bit with, like, no music, no sound at all." So, yeah, it's always good to have a game just for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You mentioned Guild Wars 2 earlier.
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch any of the housing stuff that they were talking about?
No.
Okay, well, I wanted to talk about that real
Pu
quick.
purposely. I mean, you can talk about, but I purposely didn't catch any of it because I was like, it's just gonna make me wanna rush through the story,
Yeah, well, I mean,
and I wanna take my time.
well, so I mean, technically you could get the housing without having to do any story, I think, but
I need
you
Janthier
don't have
Wilds
Janther
first, though.
Wilds yet,
No,
so
I do
it's kind of
not.
a moot point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's really cool. So with the new expansion in October, um we're getting basically I kind of feel like they're almost akin to the Palea plots.
Okay.
So we're getting like another home skin essentially. And this time we get our own little private island. Uh
Why is there a pineapple?
that's a Choya. Um
Talking pineapple.
yeah, yeah, he is your home attendant. He
Of course.
he has some items that you can buy from him and stuff, and you can like change
Does he have
the
a kitty
time of day. He
backpack?
has a backpack, yes.
A kitty backpack?
Let's see. He had I don't know what his was on his backpack. Yes, he has the kitty backpack. That's a gem
Oh my
store
god.
backpack.
It's a talking pineapple with a kitty backpack.
Yeah, yeah, he's the attendant. He's beautiful. There's actually other little pineapple guys, little pineapple choyas on the map
Oh, man. Oh,
natively.
man.
You can like feed them or something and they'll like run around with your he shows it later. But yeah, so you get an
Original.
island this time. Um which is pretty nice. And it's got, like fishing spots. It's got this little ley line so you can climb around it. It's got like a crazy underground cavern that you can build in because you can build everywhere here, including in the water.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can build underwater. And it's really nice, but the really cool part, well, there's a couple really cool parts. But one of the really cool parts, in my opinion, is the beach house that we clocked a little bit earlier. That
Mhm.
thing is basically it's cobbled together. That is not one just housing structure. Oh yeah, there's the little choyas. It is an entire structure built by most likely this lovely person that's streaming with Bog Otter. She does a lot of the decorating apparently. But yeah, so like
Okay.
each of these pieces, it's walls that they've put together for us, and so you can tear the whole thing down and build your own. Which
Okay.
is pretty cool. Because the
Yeah.
first housing plot had a house on it, but it was a pre-built house that you couldn't. The house itself is static. It's part of
Mm.
the land there. So this gives you like way more control over it. Plus, it's gonna obviously give us a ton of new building pieces because that's not something. That's one of the things we haven't had yet. We've gotten a couple gem store packs, but like outside of that, we didn't have a lot of just building pieces.
Okay.
So it's going to be really crazy to see what the community does. And the other cool thing
Oh
is
boy.
that you can save your layout it basically saves as like I think they said it's like an XML file or something. It basically it saves to your PC. So
Okay.
you can save as many as you want, but you can also send your housing layout to a friend. Like you can just send them that document and they stick it in their folder and then they can use your layout as long as they have the decorations. Um
That's insane. That's
yeah.
so cool. What the heck?
Yeah, and so during this live stream at some point, the dev even showed us, she's like, technically you can kind of like edit these if you need to and like merge them together, but obviously it gets a little wonky, so you gotta be careful. But it's just kind of crazy that just kind of the shareability that we're gonna have with these.
Yeah.
Because like there's people like Tree, for the podcasters that don't know, that's my husband. He doesn't really care about decorating. He doesn't care about any of this, but he would like to have a nice decorated house plot for when he goes there to
So
gather or
that way, like,
something.
you could do something for him
Yeah, or
and
he
then
could get
give him the
something from
file.
someone on the internet who's just like
Yeah.
amazing at building.
That's gonna open so much. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's such a
Well, and
cool
I
idea.
have another friend and he likes to just cobble together like trains and tractors and just all kinds of stuff. He just likes to build whatever he can out of
Mm,
the pieces. And so this would be cool for like people like him who constantly have to like tear their stuff down to build new things because now
yeah,
they can save each one and be like, yeah,
yeah,
this and it's really really cool. I'm so excited for it. Like I can't
that's
wait.
awesome.
And
That's
so it lets
honestly
you
really
save the
awesome.
layout so you can switch between the skins.
Yeah,
Um yeah, I'm so excited. That's all I
insane.
wanted to talk
Wow.
about with Guild Wars 2.
Fair, honestly.
Oh yeah, and actually they're showing it right now. The snapping was a little bit wonky before, and it looks like they've kind of shored it up to make it a little bit better, so it should be easier to
Okay,
build these structures.
nice.
So yeah, if you're a Guild Wars 2 player or thinking about being a Guild Wars 2 player and you like housing,
Stop
we got
thinking
some
about it,
good
do it.
stuff coming.
Yeah, very nice. It's actually really cool, yeah.
Yeah, and actually I know you had some stuff you really wanted to talk about. I didn't watch the direct, so you're gonna have to cover most of this.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about the direct.
Yeah, you have your list in our chat. I think
Yeah, I'm scrolling up.
I pinned it for you.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was making my own little as we go list as well.
But I did pull up the Pokemon Pokopia for when we talk about that so we can watch the
Oh my
trailer.
god. Okay, so welcome to Luna's recap of the Nintendo Direct. First off, there was a bunch of new Mario stuff, including I think a Mario movie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm I love Mario, but 9 out of 10 times I feel like the amount of gameplay I myself get out of it for the price that they are, it's not worth it for me personally. So I've kind of started tuning the Mario stuff out. So I didn't clock the Mario stuff. Come after me. I'm sorry. Come hate on me. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Um, but they're adding more DLCs to Mario Wonder, whatever it's called, and I think there's gonna be a new movie. Which I haven't even watched the first movie yet, so
Oh, it's actually quite good.
I've heard it's actually quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable.
And yeah, no, apart from that though, they're bringing in a lot of the games that they announced and talked about releasing. They are it seems like they're bringing back couch co-op for a lot of these, which is really 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 cool. So, what that means basically is if you are, living with your family or with a sibling or that's family or a spouse or whatnot, instead of both of you having to get the game, only one of you has to have the game and you guys can play it together still. Because like a lot of times there's been games that the hubby and I have been interested in playing together, but I just can't fathom spending $120 on something we're gonna play like a few hours of, you know?
Oh,
So I'm really
absolutely.
excited for couch co-op like making a comeback, honestly. Um The other exciting thing is that Dinkum, the game that has recently only officially launched out of early access, is actually gonna be on the Switch as well. So that's really cool. I'm curious how that will play on the Switch. Um, they did another small thing for Tomodachi Life, which is gonna be interesting. Like, um, basically, I want to say I don't even know how to describe it.
Wasn't there
It's
already a Tomodachi Life and this is like a sequel or something?
I honestly I don't know anymore. It
Yeah, so
feels
there is.
some of these directs feel like such a fever dream.
Well, so yeah, so apparently the Tomodachi Life is for like a 10-year-old game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was during the big time with Miitopia and stuff like that.
Yeah. So basically, in this Tomodachi Life, there's like a little island or something, a town, whatever, and all these Miis live there. You create the Miis, and they just live on the island, and you can interact with each of them, and they interact with one another and stuff. It looks really, really cute, and is supposedly set to come out in spring 2026. Then there's an exciting thing that I know Cess is excited about, which I guess that cuts into the releases, doesn't it? Whatever, I'm gonna talk about it. Hades 2. You play as the princess of the underworld, and that's coming on September 25th.
That's right.
Do you have more things to add, Cess?
About Hades too?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so freaking excited. My only regret is that I have to wait a day to play it because I already made a commitment on release day because they told us like a week or two ago, toxic. Toxic. Why do two major indie devs just drop their stuff on us like we didn't need to prepare? Like what's that about? I love it. I'm so excited. I mean, to be fair to Hades too, it's been early access for over a year. Um
I'm
yeah.
kind of tempted to try this one, honestly. I did like the trailer for it and stuff, so I was like, I'm tempted. I didn't
I think you
I
should
don't
watch
know if I
gameplay first.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know, should if I do, is would you think that it's important to play the first Hades to be able to enjoy the second?
No, they even address that. It's meant to be a kind of
Standalone.
it's technically a standalone. The
Mm,
benefit of having played the first one is you will know more of the lore
yeah.
and you might be more connected to some of the characters. But for the most part, a
Mhm,
lot of it is different characters. Time has passed, so
mhm. Okay.
I
Um,
think you could get away with it. I think the big thing is more that it is at its core a roguelike fighting game with an amazing story, but it's a combat game.
mhm.
However, if I
Okay.
remember correctly, I believe Hades the first, I think they had some
The first.
accessibility stuff so that you could get through it easier just to see the story. Don't quote me on that,
Okay. I'll
but
have to check that out.
I do think there might have been some ways to ease your journey. Um
Mm,
I'll let you know more after we've started Hades 2.
fair, fair. The other thing that they're coming out with is a new Zelda game, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. You'll be playing as Princess Zelda, who travels back in time to save the kingdom. That kingdom really has it rough, huh?
They truly do.
Um,
They truly do.
um, but yeah, it is one of those things. I think it's gonna be couch co. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But you will be able to play co-op on two separate consoles, even if only one has the game. Yeah. So there you go. And that's coming on November 6th. So still a bit out, but yeah. So it's gonna be couch co-op. Yeah. Then the other thing that I was like, and so many in chat were like, nobody asked for this, is the Virtual Boy.
People asked for it.
So like
Don't deny the popularity of the Virtual Boy.
okay, so I have no idea what the Virtual Boy is. I was not aware that this is a thing that existed in the past.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say the one that they showcased looked so incredibly uncomfortable to use. Like it looked like a VR headset type thing, but a VR headset that you, like, rest on the table, and you have to, like, hunch over the table to put your head into it, like, your eye section into it, and then you kind of hold it and play a game through that? I I don't know, man. It looks so bizarre. Right? Truly, it looked so weird. Oh my
Listen,
goodness.
if
I
Nintendo doesn't build weird things, are they even Nintendo anymore? They every so often they have to do something weird. Otherwise, we have to assume that they're dead.
was like, "There's no way this is comfortable. What the heck?" But
Uh,
yeah, so that's coming at some point. I didn't actually write down a date for this. I don't know. I don't know when this. And then the thing that completely took it away from for me, like that overshadowed everything for me is Pokopia. Pokemon Pokopia. It is coming in 2026, so we do still have a little bit of time. But oh my goodness, I this is everything that I ever wanted in a game, and I'm so excited. It's a Pokemon game where you play as a Ditto, except the Ditto turns into human and keeps its silly little
it's
face.
so derpy. It's so derpy. I love it.
And the way the arms waddle when it runs. Oh my god, I love it so much. So, yeah, you play as a humanoid Ditto. You meet other Pokemon in the wild, and you will like copy their abilities and through that manipulate the area around you, the world around you, build stuff and whatnot, and take care of Pokemon, play with Pokemon. You guys, it's like Stardew meets
It
Pokemon
looks
meets
so
Minecraft.
good.
It's oh my
Uh,
goodness, I cannot deal. Like I'm beyond excited for this, and I'll be asking Santa for a Switch 2 for Christmas because I need to play this game with my entire being. Like I cannot tell you how much I need to play this game. It looks so stinking cute. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out Pokemon Pokopia. It's oh my goodness. Yeah, it looks like Minecraft. Like the world looks like
yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah.
But like more like with Pokemon graphics. Minecraft, but with Pokemon graphics, with
It's
Nintendo
Nintendo
graphics.
Minecraft. Well, it was
Yeah.
I mean, we say Minecraft, but what it really looks like is Animal Crossing that's more blocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, look at those trees. Those are Animal Crossing
Those are
trees.
Animal Crossing trees. Those are
Oh
reskinned
my god,
Animal
that little
Crossing
hut.
trees. Absolutely. Yeah, it's
It
gonna be
looks very
great. And
cute.
there's so many different Pokemon. I don't know which Pokemon there are gonna be yet, but from like the trailer that they showed, it looks like there's gonna be a mix of Pokemon from all different generations. Yes,
Hmm.
Pikachu's there. Yes, Eevee's there. Bulbasaur's there. Charmander's there. Squirtle's there. But I also see Azurill. I see Vaporeon. I see Blossom. I see Leafeon. So many different ones that are there. Licky Tongue's there. I think I just saw. I don't know. There's a bunch. There's a bunch. So yeah, Pokemon Pokopia coming 2026.
Yeah, that
TM.
looked delightful.
That looked amazing, honestly. Um, Obviously there was more news about Pokemon ZA, which is launching on October 16th. Um I hate that the game isn't out and they already have planned DLCs for it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting choice.
It because to me that makes it kind of feel like they're releasing an unfinished game, consciously releasing an unfinished game,
I have two thoughts on
and
that.
then bringing the rest out later. Like I wish they would just release it all in one and release it a bit later. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have two thoughts on that. I agree, unless the DOC is adding in something like a new. So I guess a good example is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So they're doing a
Yeah.
DLC that's adding in like the more use with the Forge system and like kind of rebuilding your old home or whatever. So it's like
Mhm.
an entirely additional system to an already complete game. But I agree where I'm just like, okay, wait, so you're telling me that you're announcing this game. Like what I guess for me the question is what does the DLC contain
Yeah.
that justifies it being not only released later, but presumably for money.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that kind of, in my opinion, determines whether it's, egregious or not.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when it comes to Pokemon, the answer is usually it's egregious.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's not like
I
if it was, you get the game and then the DLC is adding like a Pokemon nursery system where you get to hang out
Mhm.
with all your Pokemon, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
But if it's just like more story, then my question becomes, why wasn't this included in the actual game?
Yeah. It's knowing Pokemon's probably gonna be more story, but yeah. I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about Zede. Like I feel I've been for I mean the last Pokemon wasn't bad. Like Scarlet and Violet was pretty decent. Um but I don't know, the whole thing. I think we're like gonna be just in the city in this one and not just I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see. I'll have to see.
Depends on how many
Um
buildings you can go in, right?
right?
Like if you're just in a city, like every single building better be not only explorable, but there better be NPCs in there saying
Oh
stupid
yeah.
stuff to me.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm gonna riot.
I think Nintendo, well, like Nintendo slash Game Freak, I think they've kind of hit that precipice with Pokemon where it's just like, well, the mainline games just, you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, that's why I really want people to get I'm not gonna lie, I want people to get Pokopia, and I want Pokopia to do really, really well. Um, because I think they need something fresh in
Yeah,
their
because
mainline
it's like
games.
outside of the older games, like Red and Blue and those, like when
Mhm.
I think about Pokemon games that I've enjoyed, like Arceus was one, because it was different, obviously.
Yeah,
I didn't finish
same.
that one though. But
Nope.
the ones that I really think about are like Pokemon, what was it, like Mystery Dungeons and Pokemon
Yeah.
Rangers. Like those games were
Ranger was so
fun.
good. I love Ranger. I'm
And so
so
I
sad they
think,
stopped those.
yeah, and so I think it's kind of where they just kind of need to realize that like maybe the mainline Pokemon just doesn't work as well
Or
for
a break
today's
or like
audience.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
Like, I'd be sad if they said we're not doing mainline Pokemon games anymore, but also, like,
they
it
just don't need
needs
to do them so often.
yeah, that's it. And they don't need to do them that often. I feel like
Like,
one every 5 years. What if you do, like, one every 5 years and it's, like, really nicely fleshed out, I think that's plenty,
yeah.
right?
It's
Instead of,
just too
like, every 2
much.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, too much, and like we're not, at the end of it, we're not the kids that we were when we played red, blue,
No,
yellow. Like we don't have that kind of time. We have different motivations.
yeah,
Like, and
absolutely,
so,
yeah.
maybe the games just aren't for us anymore, but
Mhm,
I don't think we're the only ones with that similar sentiment. It's like the Assassin's
mhm.
Creed games when they launch too often. It's just too often with too little difference in content.
Oh, speaking of, Resident Evil Requiem
Oh, it's
coming
awesome.
February 27th.
To Switch for some reason.
Yeah. Interesting. They're also bringing some of the older, Resident Evils to the Switch as well.
That's not surprising. The first time I played Resident Evil Zero was on my GameCube.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Resident Evil has had an interesting relationship with Nintendo, considering it's Nintendo.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a Nintendo-esque game at
It's not,
all.
no, but I remember very very much playing Resident Evil Zero on GameCube.
And then the
uh,
last thing on the Nintendo Direct that I want to talk about was a new Fire Emblem, and Sothis was mentioned. I'm so excited. For those that don't know, my introduction to Fire Emblem was Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I loved that game. I played it through like 3 times. I adored that game, and yeah, that's why I'm so excited for Sothis. Sothis is one of the pretty big deal characters in that game. And there was a little show of her at the end of the trailer for this new Fire Emblem. I don't even know what it's called. I didn't write it down. I just wrote down new Fire Emblem coming 2026. So there's that. It first looked like a very kind of Roman-esque, like Roman arena-esque inspired thing. So at first when I saw it, I was like, I'm not gonna be interested in this. And then I saw Sothis, and I'm like, oh no, I'm buying this. I am 100% playing this. Are you kidding me? Soul's in it. Oh my girl, I am so there. I'm so excited for this. But yeah, my takeaway from this Nintendo Direct is definitely Pokopia and New Fire Emblem. Everything else is like, okay, cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Nice. Well, there we go. All right, and
Let's
that
recap. Done. Thank you so much for coming to my Nintendo TED Talk.
that brings us into another showcase that I wanted to mention last week, but we just literally did not have time. Which was the Mix Fall Games Showcase. So this is another independent game showcase. And a couple of standouts for me in particular. We had a game called Rat Scum, which is you're like a cute little rat, and you're in this kind of weird apartment, and you have to kind of try and stealth your way back to your home. And obviously, you're going through people's apartments, and you get to see people. You get to meet other little animals and befriend them and stuff. It looks interesting.
Yeah. Okay, it sounds interesting.
Yeah. It's you gotta be careful saying that name. But yeah, so that one looked interesting. It's got a good look to it. Like the artistic design seems pretty good. Okay. So that one's on my radar. Another one that was intriguing to me is called the Gold River Project. Now, this one is it's like a co-op camping adventure game is how they tagged it. So it's kind of a survival game, but basically like you go to this island as part of a reality show or whatever you think, and you get abandoned there. So then you can play with friends, and you got to kind of just survive and figure out how to get off the island and what the heck's going on there. So it looked really intriguing. You don't I've never seen someone call it a camping adventure game. So I was
camping
like,
adventure.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks like it makes me think of like The Forest, but without, creepy cannibals chasing you, presumably. Maybe there will be. Who knows? Oh, God. Another one that was really neat that I think you would also like to look into. It's called Origamint, like origami. And so basically you're a piece of paper and you can take a bunch of different shapes to overcome obstacles and traverse puzzles. So like, you can become a paper airplane or just like a paper ball and roll around. I imagine you could probably turn into like a crane and stuff. And it looked really cute, like just adorable art, great music, charming, is what I'd say.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Another one was a little bit weirder, but I have to say it really had me intrigued. It's called Silly Polly Beast. And it's like a horror story-driven shooter game. But you're a female protagonist with a skateboard, and so like you're skating around and fighting monsters, and it just looks wild. I am very intrigued by it. All
right.
Then there's also Rue Valley. This one did have a Next Fest demo, and I saw Elena Green play it, and it looks so intriguing. Especially if there's any fans of Disco Elysium listening to the podcast. Um, this is like a small version of Disco Elysium, with some like time loop mechanics going on.
Mhm.
So it's a very narrative driven RPG, with like internal dialogue and just some weird stuff like motel, in the middle of nowhere. It looks like a vibe. I was instantly drawn to it.
Okay.
And then lastly, and this could be a good Halloween game, even for you, Luna. It's called Spooky Express. It's a super cute looking little train game where you basically just have to kind of like plot out the routes to drop little monsters off where they need to go. And it just looks absolutely adorable. Like the art, the sound work for it. It looks delightful.
Okay. Spooky
uh,
Express. It sounds cute.
yeah, like the little models are just absolutely adorable. Definitely worth checking out. And
See,
that's what I
usually when
had.
people say, "Oh, Luna, are you gonna play a scary game for October?" I'm like, "Yeah, Skyrim."
Hey, you just gotta find cute Halloween games.
Cute Halloween games. Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Spooky
Um,
Express.
yeah, so that was games from what showcase you
It's
said?
called the Mix Fall Games Showcase. So Mix is, oh, what did it stand for? Um Basically the mix is what they, so it's like
Okay.
meta indie exchange is what they call it.
Mm,
So it's just
okay.
like a big
Cool.
indie group. I hadn't heard of it. Um
No,
but it
I
came up
haven't heard
onto
of it
my
either.
radar, and it's super chill. So,
Okay, I'll have to check it out next time.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and then do we wanna cut it over to the upcoming games and then talk about our hot take, or do you wanna do hot take first and then talk about
A hot
upcoming
take
games?
and then upcoming games.
All right, it is time, gang. We're finally talking about friendslop.
It's a stupid term.
Cess, what does friendslop mean?
Well, if you have to know, apparently it is what was it? Multiplayer games that are level based, simple, basically games without very much point other than playing with your friends. But I don't agree.
Yeah, so according to this exploring the games subtrack, it says know your meme defines this term as a humorous and derogatory slang term describing video games primarily meant to be played together with friends, and more narrowly indie cooperative horror games such as Lethal Company, Repo, and among others. Mainly it's predominantly looking at the games that came after Lethal Company, which is when people really discovered that, hey, you know what? Playing with friends is actually fun. So yeah, fun. It's any a friend slop is anything that can be, fun with friends, that's wacky, level based, simple. Yeah, not recommended to play around alone, all those things. So like recently Peak has taken over the world by storm. And Peak is considered friend slop because it's simple, like the task, it's straightforward of what you're supposed to do, and it doesn't really have a story. It's just, having fun with friends. And apparently, having fun with friends is, I don't even know. Like, I, I, I don't understand why this is because people use it in a negative tone, right? The word
Well,
friends
you can't
friend
use
slop.
the word slop
No, you
without
can't
it being
use
negative. Like that's just what it is. I mean, slop is when you take together a bunch of stuff and you put it all together and you feed it to a pig. That's slop. And that's not what these games are. These are well thought out games. I mean, Repo is an example that people bring, and I don't think that's fair at all. Because, like,
Yeah.
Repo started out, it had nothing to do with Lethal. They were already working on their game. But their game was originally going to be a haunted house cleaner with your friends. And then they were like, but we played it together and we realized cleaning isn't fun.
Yeah.
They're like, cleaning with your friends isn't fun because people, like, you know, you'd silo off on your little tasks and you wouldn't be talking to each other. You'd just be cleaning. Because I'm not saying that cleaning games are fun. People love cleaning games. I mean, the success of Power Wash Simulator and House Flipper and stuff is a testament to that. But you know, it changed into what it is because that's what was more fun with the assets that they had already built and the gameplay loop that they had already built.
I understand that it can be kind of annoying as a viewer if you're like a viewer on Twitch and you want to watch some of your favorite streamers and every single one of your favorite streamers is just playing games with their friends. You know, just playing games like Among Us or Lethal Company or Peak with their like that's all they're doing. When you only see that everywhere you look, I can understand it becoming overwhelming and as a viewer kind of getting annoyed at it because you want to maybe hang out with the streamer themselves and not the streamer and the entourage, right? I do get that, but I do think calling it friendslop is kind of really mean.
Well, and I also don't think that that's like, I understand that sentiment, but it's just like, well, yeah, but you're on Twitch where there are thousands of people streaming, you know, like at any given time.
Yeah.
There's tons of people streaming, so it's just like, well, then just find somebody who's playing a game that you want to watch. Or
Sounds like just go away then. Be gone.
Yeah. There's
Get
nothing
lost.
there's nothing more disrespectful than people being like, ugh, I hate that you're playing this game. Like, why aren't you playing this game? And it's just like, well, because this is what was on the schedule, or because my friends were available, bro. Like, sorry.
She's got a point. Like I can't disagree, you know.
Like,
but I do get it.
Right. I am obviously a streamer, you know, for my community, but like I'm also a human being.
A person. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a machine here for entertainment.
I thought you were a forest gremlin.
It's debatable. I'm whatever I need to be, except for your personal entertainment machine.
But yeah, no, I do get it. It can be I mean, I feel it every year during October. You know, everybody's playing horror games and I just can't do horror. And so I can't go to any of my usual comfort streams because you do have your comfort streamers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You hang out in. Like you're one of my comfort streamers, but I'm not streaming. I like to come here and like even if I'm just lurking, because I'm a big lurker, believe it or not. It's one of my comfort streams. So yeah, when there's like a whole month of you doing, and I'm not trying to dissuade you from playing your horror games, by the way. I'm just saying like I get it. You know,
No, I mean
everybody's playing the same thing.
It's true, but I think that people who are saying that are either A, not following very many streamers, or I mean honestly that's the only thing I can think of because there's just there has never been at any point in time on my followers list where everybody was playing the same game. Never. There is always like, people playing other games.
A good number, right?
What? Well, yeah. I mean, sure, when Peak came out, a lot of people were playing, but
yeah,
these were people who already played multiplayer games a lot. So, like, I don't really feel like it felt any different. But I also enjoy Peak, so I don't have that complaint.
Just not with me.
Time zones, Loonaromi.
So, friendslop, fair term or should it be gone?
I don't like it. I think words mean something. And if you're going to call, AI generated stuff AI slop, you can't call like crafted games by devs slop. Like
Yeah.
you can't do that. You can't just
Yeah.
attach slop to the end of everything. Like it just you can call it it just needs a different term, because it's not slop. These are well thought out games. And like actually I have a little bit of a tangent on this.
Oh boy.
Peak, when it comes to Peak, uh the only reason Peak exists is partially because Aggro Crab couldn't find anybody to help them publish the sequel to their existing game that they wanted to make. And so they were like, all right, well, then we'll just take a break from working on that. And then they did the game jam with Landfall. And now Peak exists. So like when you have someone creating a term friendslop, and like it's just like, okay, but how many indie games, like solo games, have you bought this year? Like are you
Cess is
not
calling you
contributing
out.
to the problem,
Cess is calling you guys out. This is it. Oh no, but I do agree. I feel like it's not nice. It's like people put effort into their games, and to call it slop is just
on
disrespectful.
on a more silly note, I don't know how true this is, but when I was poking around a little bit, it turns out the person who even coined the term was just joking. They were just being silly, and so they were very surprised to learn that it had become a term. I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is. Don't.
It sounds very internet.
This is just what I saw when I was looking
natural
around.
internet.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things where you just say something and it just gets away from you and becomes serious. I guess if you're saying it jokingly, I don't know. I don't think the word slop should be anywhere near human made art.
Yeah, that's
that's my thing, because it just it feels disrespectful, like you said. Like it just it feels like you're calling these games not good, and it's like, maybe you didn't enjoy them, but to say that they're not good is just like objectively wrong.
Your
Considering how
opinion
many
is
people
objectively
enjoy
wrong.
them.
No,
Because
but I do agree.
yeah.
Like you cannot like something, but you don't need to go insulting it.
Yeah, like in my opinion, for a game to really be bad, it has to be more or less unplayable. Or, like it's got to have bad controls, or like there's got to be something more than just I don't like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Because it's okay not to like things. It's okay not to like things. Like you can't like everything. And you can't expect devs to make games that everybody likes, because how would you even do that?
But I feel like this, since Seth just so politely put it there, if you're calling things friend slop, that just means you're calling yourself out and not having played enough indie games yet. And in that sense, let's look at the upcoming games, shall we?
Yeah, that was my friend slop rant. I hate it. If you use that term with me seriously, I will not take you seriously. And I will judge you. I will pull out my judgery-do. I'll start playing it. Okay. Let me get the screen ready. All right, so upcoming releases. This span of 2 weeks was really hard. It was really hard. I revised this list like 6 times.
Really?
Yes. I had more.
I was on a call with Cherry today while looking at the list, and I was like, I need to find 2 games that Seth hasn't added.
Yeah, it was really, really hard. But here's what we landed on, starting with a game that's already out, but Luna wanted to mention. Take it away.
Yeah, Cozy Organizer. I actually received a code for this. This is something that I think it was on the last Steam Next Fest.
Probably.
I'm not sure. But I didn't get around to playing the demo of it, even though I wanted to. And it is now out. It has now launched, and currently until the 27th of September. It's got an introductory offer, an introductory sale. It is currently 40% off. So if you're looking for a cute little organizing game where you organize, decorate, align, and stack items in cozy environments, just like those TikTok videos, Cozy Organizer is a cute, wholesome sandbox organizing game where stress melts away one tidy shelf at a time. Enjoy stacking perfect pantries and designing dream closets with relaxing tunes. So if that sounds like, it's your jam, then go and grab it. It's 40% off right now. It looks super cute. I'm really excited to try this. I think I'm going to be I think it's a Thursday morning. Um I'm going to try this on stream the first hour. We're going to test out. We're going to have a bit of fun. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Cozy Organizer.
Um,
Looks cute. I
next.
like the colors. It's very vibrant.
Yes, very vibrant. Well, yeah, the little stickers are cute. It looks like I feel like you're gonna enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have a couple games coming out today. Starting with today being September 16th. Starting with Henry Halfhead, which we have mentioned before, because I played it during Next Fest and because Luna hates it.
I hate it because I have a toddler, because Henry Halfhead is my life right now. Okay, I don't need a game reminding me of my life.
This is like a wacky little game. You're just a half a head. You're just half a head, and you can possess objects. And so you go through the life of Henry from being a little baby to being an adult. And it's just a short little a chaos game. I can't wait. I actually managed to get a key for it, but I won't be showcasing it till next week. Cause
okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah, that releases today. Check it out. Really, really charming. Good music, good art, and it's just fun. And it's short. It's, I think it's only meant to be 2 hours, which means it'll take me like 4 or 5.
Gotta account for Seth's shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to possess everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have no choice. Next, and this one's kind of cool. I loved the Tony Hawk games growing up. They're some of my favorite games. So, we have Skate. Well, I guess it's called Skate period or something. It's got a period at the end of it. I don't know. Skate is a pre-existing franchise of skateboarding games. But the interesting thing about this one is not only free for the early access, but probably in perpetuity. It's also multiplayer. So it's like a whole open world skate game. Which could go really well. Mm-hmm. But I'm really interested. I definitely want to test it out because I want to see it. Because it just sounds like such an ambitious project. So I'll have to let you guys know once I've tried it out. But yeah, so basically it's a skateboarding game. You skate through a couple different locations and stuff. I'm imagining there's going to be some kind of customization that you can do. Because I'm just like, I don't know, how are you guys going to make money? How are they going to make money?
So it's like, I want to know how to support you.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I definitely, I think it's an ambitious project, like I said. So like supposedly you'll be able to kind of build areas to skate in and then maybe share them in community parks or something. It's interesting. Like, we'll see. I really want it to do well because, like I said, I loved the Tony Hawk games, and those are super fun. So, like, being able to just play with a bunch of other people who like those kind of games could be really cool. But we'll see. We'll see if they're going to be able to monetize and if the game is going to be able to handle being a multiplayer game because, skateboarding games themselves are kind of a challenge.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited for it. So it's free. It's free to play. It just hit early access today, September 16th. So give it a try. Give some feedback. And
give it a whirl.
Hopefully it works out well because I'm definitely interested in it.
Next up, we
Do we want to
got
swap them?
what?
You could do town to city.
I know more about Goblin
Oh,
Cleanup than
okay.
Townsend.
Then let's go. Go ahead, Luna.
Next, we got Goblin Cleanup coming September 18th to early access. Goblin Cleanup, I was only made aware of this a few days ago. Actually, a friendo asked, told me about it. But it's, you know how you go through dungeons in video games, right? You go dungeons, you murder
Mm-hmm.
everything, you loot everything and stuff. And then when you go on them again later, they're magically restored and cleaned. How does this happen? Income Goblin Cleanup, where you get to be the person that actually tidies this place. So straight off the bat, it looks cute and gruesome all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird
Honestly.
blend.
And like the straight up like the first little image that I've seen of it is like you putting a slime on a spear and you're cleaning up blood from the floor with that slime on the
Yeah.
spear.
Mm-hmm.
And the slime has a face,
As one does. Yes.
just to make it better. But yeah, basically you clean up the dungeons and stuff after
We have to
adventures,
clean them up and prep them. So you have to make
and
sure stuff gets put back into where it's supposed to be, and you have to reset traps.
mhm, mhm. I found some key features here. Goblin Maid. What better way to clean up than doing it like a pro? Play as a goblin alongside other goblins. So this is multiplayer. This is multiplayer.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, 4
important.
players.
Uh-huh. Then obviously you clean, you restore object, restore traps, like Seth said. And there's also creatures. You also need to respawn creatures and dispose of their remains. Additionally, some creatures might not have perished
Yep.
when the adventurers went through it. You also need to refill the loot, and each run will be different from the last with procedurally generated dungeons.
Yep.
So this is called Goblin Cleanup. It looks like something that will be chaotically fun.
And it has a
Um,
demo.
it has a demo. I kind of really want to get my hands on it and play it. Because I think I'll be screaming, screaming all the way through.
It looks really interesting. If the gameplay loop is good, I think it could be really, really successful.
Yeah.
Because it's got a really good premise. So really it now just comes down to execution.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's coming out September 18th. And so is the next game that we're talking about, Town to City. So we've seen a lot of games like this recently, kind of the voxel graphic style town builders. The
Mhm.
reason that this one felt more important to mention, because I don't really vibe with a lot of those, because they don't have a goal. And so like
Mhm.
for me, like I mean I play a lot of games without goals, but for some reason when it comes to these builders, it's just not for me. I just, I'm
Mhm.
like I don't want to. So the cool thing about this one is it does have an actual kind of goal to it, like a bit of a, I wouldn't say storyline, but like a quest system to build up
Mhm.
the town. So I think it can be really charming for those of us that like these kind of games but need more structure because it'll give you, a path forward, basically.
Yeah. I also really like that you get to build up your little town and then you see it evolve. Like with the
Yeah.
people that live in it and move through it. Like you don't need to take care of those people as far as I'm aware. You just build the place.
Yeah, like you can
Um
build it and assign them to stuff.
yeah. And that sounds kind of cute and exciting to me.
Yeah, it's kind
Um
of like a mix between the city builders and then like city skylines on a
mhm.
smaller scale.
Mhm. Precisely. Yeah. That's coming on September 18th.
And it
So
also has a
in
demo.
2 days. Yep, yep.
Okay,
And
let me
next
grab the
up,
other one.
we appreciate your patience in this
Yeah,
trying
unfortunately, this
times.
particular one isn't as fast because I have to switch sources. Oh
A
no, that's the wrong
Cesire
one.
for this
Ignore that.
round.
Ignore that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's the old one. Here it is.
Why did you keep the old one, you silly?
Because I've been doing a lot of hard drive cleanup, but I haven't gotten to that folder.
Fair, fair.
You can't even see her because I'm blocking her. That's fine. Anyway, so yeah, next up we've got this is a game I only recently heard about, like yesterday or something. It's called Folly of the Wizards. And so this is like a little roguelike game. But what interested me about it, and the reason that I did apply for a key and managed to get one, so we'll be checking it out next week.
Woohoo!
The thing that interested me about this was you have to kind of like you build up your spells. So it's not like I unlock a spell and then it's that spell. You can kind of combine different relics and tomes and stuff to create your own spells to try and like make it to the end, basically. So I felt like that had a lot of potential for some really interesting combinations. And then, you know, they call it a comedic spell slinging roguelike, so presumably it should be pretty silly. I'm very intrigued by it. I can't wait to test it out. That's coming out on September 19th. So, yeah, if you like roguelikes, you like crafting up spells, fighting monsters, maybe check it out. See if you vibe with it.
Heck yeah. And next up, we got also on September 19th, believe it or not, we got Witchy Business. I really felt like I need to add this to the list because it is really cute. I do really enjoy the art style. And this is a game I really want this game to do well, and I want them to make waves alone. I mean, the gameplay itself is really cute. You have like a little store, you make potions that you sell to people, you make wands that you sell to people, you have a cute little familiar, and then you have your own garden where you grow stuff as well. It's very cute. It's very simple. It's a bitchy business management game. You just manage your own little bitch craft shop, and it does have a demo. I don't know if it's still available.
It is. I
Is it
checked.
still available?
Yeah.
Ah, you checked. Okay, so they do still have a demo available. So definitely check out the demo, if you're curious about it. And like I said, I want this game to do well for one simple fact. Not just is the gameplay itself really cute and I like the loop, but also this is one that actually has an accessibility setting specifically for people with ADHD, autism that struggle with repetitive sounds or a lot of like dinging sounds left and right. So, if you're like me and you're noise sensitive to those things and you struggle, they thought of us and they add a filter to this, which makes it very enjoyable. Like I did not feel overwhelmed or triggered at all with sounds playing this game. So I want this to be an example for other devs, so other devs think about us and add those things to their games, because I cannot tell you how many times I end up having to like close out a game because it's too much.
Fair. All right,
Yeah.
next up we have another game that I have tested before during Next Fest, and I laughed so hard. Like, just absolutely painful abdomen laughing with this game. September 21st marks the launch of Baby Steps. This is a game where you basically have to like manually walk this character. Which it sounds easy, but is not as easy as you would think. Because you're not just walking across flat ground. No, you're like climbing a cliff, or in my case, falling down a muddy river for like a minute straight.
Sounds glorious.
It is a wacky game. Like, you're like, I don't know if you're like transported into a dream world or something. All of the noises sound like they're human made to create like the landscape sounds. It is
Mhm.
so weird and just so delightful. I can't wait to try it out. Try out the full game and see what kind of weird secrets there are in there. Because there's like these weird NPCs and stuff. And obviously, like your character. So your character is is a gamer. He's like a 30-year-old gamer or whatever, maybe in his 40s, who lives in his parents' basement.
Mm.
The classic tale. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so this is you kind of learning to, I don't know, grow up. It's ridiculous. Controlling the legs was so weird. I fell so often, but it's it's very different.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it. That one has a demo if you want to check it out. Um, but yeah. This one might be one that you would enjoy as well. You might have seen it during one of the Wholesome Games showcases.
Okay.
September 25th, we have Consume Me, which is basically a game about being a teenager. Being a teenager who feels stupid, fat, lazy, ugly, the things we felt when we were teenagers. This is a kind of an autobiographical video game for the devs, specifically the female dev. This is kind of a
Okay.
little bit of a peek into her life growing up. And so it's basically like a life simulation RPG. There's all these like little mini games, like getting your lunch is a mini game, Uh, you got to like do school stuff. It's just like a ton of mini games while going through this
Yeah.
narrative about growing up and how difficult it can be sometimes.
Mhm.
Just how hard it is sometimes to be a teenager. It looks really, really delightful. Like the art's kind of hand
Okay.
drawn, very, very charming. Um, I'll be showcasing it next week. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh
The
yeah. So this
first
is
launching
this is the
play.
one. This is the launch obligation that I have to push Hades back a day because we're playing this game for its launch. Because
I mean, it sounds like it's an important game,
yeah,
that it's gonna shed lights on some struggles that teenage
yeah.
girls deal with,
Well, and
so
it's
I
not
think
going to have the
it's a good
reach that
game.
Hades has. Let's face it.
No, exactly.
But it looks really good. They mention it as a game that'll make you laugh, might make you
Mhm.
cry, uh, might make you feel some things. But
Get your tissues ready, guys. This is gonna
yeah,
make me cry.
yeah. Well, and especially I mean, obviously all teenagers struggle, but as a woman, being a teenage girl was rough.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, just different, man. It's just different.
It was definitely not a walk down the park.
Uh, so it's good. It's gonna be fun, I think, to see that kind of representation of
Mhm.
just a peek into the life of somebody else. Um, yeah. So that one's got a demo too, if you want to check out the demo and see if you like the little mini games. And then
Okay, cool.
lastly, this is another game I've mentioned before. September 25th, again, we have Brew coming out. I played this during Next Fest.
Mhm.
This is another roguelike. I feel like that's just my genre now.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, you have a type. You have a type. It's fine.
yeah. But it's really cute because you're this little mouse. You're this cute little mouse and you're kind of a failure as an alchemist.
Oh, bless.
Like you keep failing your test. Like you failed your test more than anybody else has ever failed their test. Um but you still have to go out and try and face the bad guys that are, uh
Mhm.
well, the first thing is just the test, I think. To try and actually pass your test. So yeah, so you unlock different things. It's more alchemy based, so like, you can like make your potions on fire and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's just really charming. The gameplay was a lot of fun when I tried out the demo. And when you aren't in the dungeon, you're in this really cute town, um, with all your little alchemy pals, and you can do quests for them and stuff. So it looks pretty good. I really enjoyed the demo.
Okay. Sounds cute.
Yeah, so
I
that's
like the
Brew.
little mouse just trying his little best.
He's just doing his best. And I died a
Um,
bunch. And
Quite.
then obviously we have Hades on September 25th, but
Yeah, some honorable mentions that are not on this beautiful graphic that Seth works really hard at every week. Um, Little Witch in the Woods launched today out of early access. I played this game a few years ago. Really excited to see how much they've changed it. And I'm probably gonna be playing a little bit of this tomorrow. At the Star stream before we hop into Palia. Then also wanted to give a quick mention to Letters of Arala again, which I think is out now.
yeah, it
And
released yesterday.
yeah, so yesterday. And remember, this is the game where you play as a turnip that has a butt. Um,
Big booty turnip. Hmm.
and another game that launched today, I think, into early access. And that is like a exploration sandbox-ish game called Voyagers of Nera. Looks really cute, almost like graphically, almost kind of reminiscent a little bit of Subnautica. Um, I'm gonna say like Valheim meets Subnautica meets Moana from like the little bits that I've seen so far.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks really cute. So far, it has mixed reviews on Steam, but it is early access. It's currently 20% off. Again, it has the introductory offer, which ends in 30 days. And this stupid trailer keeps on playing and deafening me. It's fine. Um, so yeah, there's that. And what are some games that you wanted to quickly mention?
Oh yeah, so on the 18th there are 3 games coming out. Easy Delivery Co., which I've talked about before, is that cute little Animal Crossing like character style with
Hmm.
you just drive a little truck around and do deliveries. Very weird,
Okay.
very charming. Arctic Awakening also releases September 18th, and this is a story survival adventure set in the Arctic. You have a little helper bot that helps you move through it all. It kind of makes me think of The Long Dark a little bit, which
Hmm.
is I love that game. So that one looks pretty good. And then also Dying Light the Beast, September 18th as well. I love the Dying Light games. I love, well, the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. I loved the first game a lot. So the cool thing about this one is that it is more of a continuation of the first game than the second game was. In that you're
Mhm.
playing the same character and you've also got some new skills because you're kind of a monster now. Um,
Okay.
it looks very interesting. Hopefully it does well because, like I said, I like those games a lot. I'll have to see if I can fit it into the schedule. Um, and then there is Ayasa Shadows of Silence coming September 25th. This is a kind of horror uh, exploration game. It looks very intriguing.
Hmm.
I can't remember where I saw it the first time, but it's got kind of older style looking graphics a little bit.
Okay.
But it just reminds me of Little Nightmares specifically. It's kind of got that play style where you're running through the levels, just trying to survive and kind of piecing together the story as you go.
All right.
Yeah, so that one looks intriguing. You're like a little pink haired girl. You're very cute in a horrible situation.
So it's like, let me sell Luna on this. You're a pink-haired girl.
No, you can't play that one. It's too weird. And then, like we mentioned, of course, Hades 2. I mean,
September
if you don't
25th.
know, go check out Hades.
Yep. Just
Those games
mentioned
are
it
so
like
good.
5 times.
Uh,
But yeah, I think that's everything. We went well over time today, I think. Um, but
just a
yeah,
smidge.
September is packed with a lot of fun and a lot of good releases. lot of known things, a lot of new things. Definitely, give both a shot if there's something new that you've never tried out before. You never know. You never know if this is like the game that will change your life. I didn't think Fire Emblem would change my life, and here I am buying a game because of one character. So yeah. Definitely check out some of the things that we mentioned. I hope you guys maybe find some new fun games. And yeah, that's it for episode 8 of Pixel Yaps, right?
Yeah,
Is there anything else?
that's a yap.
That's a yap. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 8 of Pixel Yaps. I'm Loonaromi. You can find me 3+ times a week on twitch.tv/Loonaromi. I also upload daily on YouTube and TikTok. And I do commissions as well, by the way. Regen commissions open now, just FYI.
Yeah, get some emotes.
And and this is my co-host.
Hello, I'm Cesire. I stream 5 days a week on the weekdays at the It's a Tree channel on Twitch with 3 E's. I also upload shorts to YouTube at youtube.com/itsacessory. Well, at itsacessory, you know how YouTube be. And I'm on Blue Sky as Cesare. So if any of that interests you, check them out.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye.
Bye!